Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a little bit different than our regular videos. We are in, as I'm sure you can see, Minecraft Deep Dark Experimental Snapshot 1. So day 1 we are on creative mode. I usually play generally in survival, so this is a little bit different for us. So just take a little bit look around the world. We are not running any mods, so my Expanded Horizons mod is not here. Tree falling, any of that kind of stuff, because of course with it being an experimental snapshot, none of that is updated yet. I don't even think there's a fabric for this yet. But some of the most important aspects of this experimental snapshot are going to require us to switch modes real quick. We actually need to re-enter creative mode for just a moment, because I have found for where we are going to need some of this. Because that's right, we are going underground. Now, a very interesting thing that I discovered while exploring in this world earlier is actually going to be under our locate biome tab or commands. So if I locate biome deep dark, it's going to come up that the closest deep dark is close to 5,000 blocks away. Now the interesting thing is, if I go under locate, which is our locate structures, and I go ancient city, the ancient city isn't that far away. So actually, if we go ahead and drink this, go back to our game mode spectator, we are going to do one thing before we do that. We are going to go ahead and go down under the earth. Oh, wow. That was actually pretty cool. There's a dungeon right there. I may have to look up the seed. That is nice to have a dungeon so close to spawn. But, as you can see, we don't see any skulks. Oh, wow. This seed has 2 dungeons right off the bat. We are already clear down at Y-44, and you can see no skulk or anything like that, which is understandable. It said our closest deep dark was really far away. Now, if we go ahead and go to that deep dark, let it load in for a minute. Off the bat, there's not really a whole lot to see until you go up. Seems for being the deep dark, Y-36 is too deep. Though we do have some over here. You can start to see where these chunks are sort of scattered about. You can see how as you come down and across, you start seeing them. You've got bigger chunks here and here. Now if I switch into creative mode and I land in one of these patches, here we go. The sensors start going off. Now, curious thing to me was that, see if I can get it to work again. So originally, when reading the game notes, I assumed that the warden could only be summoned in the ancient city. That's not true. And get that. Let's see, where is it coming from? Right there. It's actually anywhere in the deep dark. So as soon as you start seeing these skulk sensors, the warden's going to appear. Now, I haven't heard if each deep dark only has one warden, or if each time you re-find the deep dark, you can spawn another warden. But I can definitely tell you, this guy is hard to beat. Even in creative mode, you can see how he's tracking us. And we're up here flying. But more than that, it took me a good several minutes to take him out in creative mode. That's creative mode, guys. I mean, ideally, skeletons usually take 2 or 3 hits in creative mode. But this guy is powerful. And that's not even taking into account of survival and what his damage to us would have been. Now we're gonna go ahead and head back into spectator mode. Back up here to Ancient City. These things are cool. Though, as I'm sure some of you might have seen in our snapshot video, I see a couple of issues. Or not snapshot video, but our short. I'm seeing a couple of issues. But first, okay, and I want to see the comments on this, if you guys would. To me, A, it looks like a warden's face. But B, that screams Portal to me. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I think the developers are setting something up here. It has been said before that the developers do want to add another dimension to Minecraft. Notch said that clear back, way back when he said something about a sky dimension eventually, which most players believe we got in the end. Let's go ahead and tap this off real quick. But can I just say that screams Portal to me. It does make me wonder. If you looked at this, it says reinforced deep slate. So it looks like we're going to get a few new blocks as well with this next update in our deep slate. Because that looks like that's going to have some skulk or something like that in it. Just the way it looks. But secondly, you can see we've got some, I believe that's soul fire down here. Which is interesting because this is one of our first times seeing it outside of the Nether. We've got candles all over the place. But I think here is the most interesting thing. Is we've got wool. And I'm not seeing it here. But, and we're going to have to find another Ancient City, I think, for us to find that, to see that. But I looked at it good, and so we are on Friday. It is February 18th. I will be posting this tomorrow morning. But so this snapshot was released yesterday, the 17th. I went through, I think, 15 ancient cities last night. More than half of them were like this spot right here and covered in lava. The interesting thing, as I'm sure you guys saw in the shorts, was that the wool was not catching on fire. So I don't know if that's been in the game previously. I don't believe so, because I'm pretty sure wool is flammable. But it wasn't burning under the lava. So I don't know quite what is up with that. But yes, as you can see, slightly when our night vision went away, the city is lit up. We have our soul lanterns here. We've got candles all over the place. We've got redstone torches. I mean, we've got skulk all over the place. Interesting things in the chests. But nothing really good so far that I've found. But this would be interesting to check out. And I guess that does answer that question. It seems each section of the warden, or each section of the deep chart, can summon the warden. Or maybe because we haven't killed the warden yet, is why it resummoned it in our location. But it's trying to track us. But we are going to go ahead and go, let's say, a couple thousand blocks away and see what that gives us. Hopefully I can find one to show you. And that is going to give us a new deep dark, so and we're going to have to go a little bit farther for another ancient city, it looks like. But it does seem like this is going to be more like hunting for a stronghold than your average biome. It's not just going to be deep in your world, you're going to have to actually seek it out and look for it. Which is kind of what I was hoping for, but it also looks like they're going to be far enough apart that you're going to have to actually search it out. You're not just going to as easily stumble upon one. Let's see if this one is promising. Wait for it to load in. Let's see. Lava, wool. With this being so deep, I think we see a small problem. I mean, it looks awesome. It's just, wool is flammable, right? Right? Because it's not burning. Or maybe I'm wrong. But I was pretty sure that wool was flammable. It's one of those blocks like wood, right? I mean, I'm not mistaken there, right? If I am, leave a comment, because then I could have used wool in so many more projects. Or maybe they're changing that in the 1.19 update. I'm not sure. But on a lore aspect, and I know Minecraft really doesn't have lore, but anybody who's been playing Minecraft for a while probably has heard about the ancient builders and all of that. I mean, we have zombies and skeletons and everything like that that are coming after us, and they're all 2 blocks high. And all of the buildings are made for people that are 2 blocks high. But the Enderman is not. So it just makes you think, how much lore does this add? And then you get to the centerpiece that I believe we left over here. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but A, that does really look like a portal. It reminds me of just about every other portal, or the other 2 portals in Minecraft. And B, it looks like the Warden. So from a lore perspective, I am really interested in seeing the theories that are going to pop up from this. Because it suddenly looks like these ancient builders built a city down here. Or, you know what? Maybe this goes along with the strongholds. I don't know. Maybe that's why they built the strongholds. But I am definitely excited for the 1.19 The Wild update. Seeing our first glimpse of the Skulk and the ancient cities and the deep dark and the Warden really makes me excited. And these ancient cities are cities. Like the fortresses in the Nether, they go on for a while. They're not really tall, but they do sprawl out, and you can see, really makes you think ancient when you see the caves have actually come up and actually like molded themselves around them. But that may just be a bug in the, this may just be a bug in the generation as well. So I'm interested to see if what they're going to keep this in the usual gameplay, or if this will be just one of the bugs that is ironed out. Usually that's not a pile of, or that's not a pool of water for me. Usually this is a pool of lava, which you can see how that would be an issue. But that is going to be our episode. Let's go ahead and check on our wool over here. I'm still not seeing any fire. If we go down here, will we see fire? If I turn this on, our block's burning. I thought I saw fire for a minute there. Nope. That is definitely interesting. Well, as we are no longer having our night vision potion on, you can see what the ancient city may look like when you stumble across it on playing our 1.19 when it comes out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next Minecraft day.